It's Matthew. And today's topic is something that seems to be elusive for some people. It seems to be one of those debatable items that I'm not quite sure why. So I want to do my best effort to bring some clarity to it. Part of that clarity comes from understanding what the ideology was of the paragraph because I sat on the forms committee during the time that it was drafted. So we're talking, of course, about paragraph 10 of the regional sales contract, the core contract of NVAR. And we're talking about the home condition paragraph, again, paragraph 10. In that paragraph, it has a number of elements, and one of those is a statement that says, the home shall be delivered, I'm paraphrasing here, in broom swept and trash and debris removed and in substantially the same condition as of, and then it lists the dates, and it gives you the date of the offer, the date or the date of contract, or it gives you the home inspection date, and it gives you other. And remember that every time you see something that is in the contract of the fillable space, it's because there's a unique situation that could not have been foreseen by the forms committee. Every situation is dynamic, and so you need to address this paragraph based on your client's current situation and what the story is behind the transaction. And with that premise, I'll say I'm going to start with, of the three options of the date of offer or contract, the home inspection date, or the other, that the other I'm going to set aside quickly by saying I don't know what other could be. From the time that we've discussed this early on until today, I've never once actually heard a situation in which other was appropriate. I just haven't heard it. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means I've never heard a good argument for it. On the other hand, the argument for either the date of the contract offer or the home inspection, rather, brings it some cloudiness. And so let's try to disperse that. Think about this as a linear date. You've got a line, and you've got the first line of demarcation is going to be we saw the house and made the offer and ratified the contract. And whatever we saw in those 15 minutes, we want to make sure that the house is exactly the same or substantially the same the day that you give it to us at closing. Now, you've not seen the house. You've not really explored it. You don't really have a way of documenting, for the most part, other than maybe the MLS photos, what that house really looked like and what the condition was. And so we have that date there to check the box if you're not doing a home inspection. If you are in fact doing a home inspection, then clearly you're going to want the date of home inspection to be the date in which this contingency, this section, is derived. So that contrary to any other agreements or offers, like the home inspection addendum, this house is going to be delivered as of the way that we found it in the detailed discovery during the home inspection, and that the seller can't come back to the buyer and go, you know what, that leaky faucet, home inspector missed it. It was that way when you saw the house, prove otherwise. And now we've got this whole period of time from the date of ratification until, let's say, the home inspection, which may be up to 10 days later or longer, that we don't really know what the house looked like. We don't really have a way to prove it. So if our home inspector missed it, we can't come back and say, that's what it used to look like. And so that check mark of date of contract or home inspection, if you check that into the home inspection, you've now caused murkiness and ambiguity in the contract that may be held against you, the buyer agent, because you and your buyers drafted it and you took no extra effort to protect yourselves. It's really better to use the home inspection checkbox to say, all right, negotiations and discovery occurred during the home inspection, and we want to make sure that it's all addressed here. Because if I do the home inspection, and I have a long list, I have a litany of things that are problems, and when during the home inspection, that leaky sink wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't a horrific problem. But now it is. Now we're going to go do closing, and we said, hey, that leak got way, way worse. Well, we want everything from the day of home inspection that was addressed. We may not have asked for, we still want that addressed. Whereas if we just do the day that we made the offer, that's saying that house was as is, as of the date that we made our offer, ratified a contract. And I don't have a way to prove that, and really it's not a very useful thing to check. I need to make sure that if I'm doing a home inspection, I also check the box to say the condition of the home is subject to what we found, what we discovered, and more than what we addressed during the home inspection. It's not giving you a license to come back later and go, you know, we didn't address it, but now we want it. That's not the case. If that problem gets worse, you may have a leg to stand on to go back and address it because you documented it and discovered it during your inspection. So hopefully that makes it all a little bit clearer. The bottom line is there is no good argument in my mind that I've heard for checking anything other than data home inspection if you are doing a home inspection, and data of ratification or offer if you are not doing a home inspection. And as to other, I don't really know. We would negotiate when repairs would be done of a home inspection in the home inspection clause. That's a whole different video and training. So we'll get there in the contract series. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know or check with your brokers. They're more than equipped to help you out with this, and I'll be happy to answer whatever I can. Thanks so much, and have a great day.